Good afternoon and good evening. It's an amazing Monday here in Brisbane. It's the coldest it's been in 103 years, hence we have jumper, closed windows. And how are you? How's your weekend been? What's been happening? What's exciting for you? How are you growing? How are you changing? Today, I thought I'd jump on in and share some interesting information with you. Let me just get something for you as well before we start off with the main pictures. Today is an exciting day for me because today, 3 months ago, I began a journey of eating the keto way. So you might have heard ketogenics, you might have heard keto, you might have heard high fat, low carb diet. Comes with all different names. At the end of the day, it changes how we think about food completely compared to what we've been educated about for the last 30 years. So, I just want to share something with you, personal. So here's a photo. Over the last 12 weeks, I transitioned from old ways of eating. So the last 30 years we've been taught eat no fat. Just don't eat fat, okay? So for me, in 12 weeks, you can see that there's differences. Okay, so, and they're on my main Facebook page if you want to check it out a bit. So what I wanted to share with you today is what happened in the beginning that would make me change my way of eating from what's happened over the last 30 years. So for the last 30 years, we've been told eat no fat. We've been told that fat will basically give us a heart attack and so much more. Now, when I found out about the ketogenic way of eating, I was desperate. So I'd had food home delivered, so I was eating the right amount of calories. I was at gym all the time. When I say all the time, I mean up to 5 times a week. I was trying to do more at gym but couldn't. I was trying to get my business up and running and it was such a slow process. Doctors mismanaged my health to the point where I had no cognitive function, so no memory to know how to do anything like washing, cooking, cleaning, etc., etc. I couldn't talk. Basically, my brain was fried. That's the simple version. And I had managed to get myself a certain amount away along the journey. So the photo I showed you where I started 12 weeks ago, I used to be even bigger than that. So doing what I had done in the past did work. So eating, X amount of calories. Excuse me, it's been a big weekend. Eating X amount of calories. So do you know that? Do you know how? We're always told, don't eat fat, for starters. We're told no sugar, and what was the other one? And that it's okay to eat carbs. Yeah, it's all swings and roundabouts, actually. But the big one for me was not eating fat. So basically, apart from junk food, over the last 30 years, I really haven't eaten fat. I got to the point where I only ate chicken and salad because I was desperate. I was like, why won't this weight go? I'm at gym, I'm doing all the right things, and yet the outside of me doesn't reflect who I am. So when someone said I don't know what happened then, but we got disconnected. But anyhow, I can't name names, but I tried everything from the shakes. And look, some of it is really good product, really good, but it didn't work for me. And I want to encourage you to find what works for you. The reason why keto works is it's known for being low carb, high fat, and where the body produces ketones in the liver to be used as energy. So we've always got energy. has different names, which we've talked about. And when you eat something high in carbs, your body produces glucose and insulin. So this is why we don't want to eat all the carbs that we've been eating. And look, I was eating heaps of bread, I'm sure of it. And what else? I was mainly just bread. I was trying to fill up, even though I was full. It was this, my brain was saying you're hungry, and my stomach was saying I'm full, and it was very stressful, actually. So here's what I found. When you want to change something, choose a way of eating that is sustainable for the long term. So all these shakes and meal replacements won't be sustainable for the long term. For me, that's what I found. I also found that eating just salads and meat and fruit and all that, it still wasn't filling me up and it wasn't changing my body. So find something that does work to fill you up. If you don't want to do ketogenics, paleo offers you more options as well. If you do a different way of eating, make sure you transition off the sugar and the carbs. So don't just go, oh, no sugar, that's it, because it will be hard. So in the first week or two, I transitioned off the sugar, so I cut it down. I found sugar substitutes, okay, that I could use. And the carbs I just did away with. I just stopped eating bread, potato, rice. They were the three main things, and I just stopped eating them because when I eat keto, it fills me up. In the beginning of eating a keto way, eat until you are full. It will seem really weird. Like one day, I think it was 2 days in, one day I ate like 2 plates of bacon and eggs, and I was beside myself. I had to eat it because I was hungry. That's what my body was saying. And I was starving, giving up the sugar and the carbs and that. But when I ate the 2 platefuls, it was bacon and eggs and cheese, and it filled me up. And I was so worried that I was going to eat all of that again, but I didn't. I just kept eating normally, the 3 meals a day, and kept eating the amount of fat that I needed. Don't overeat. So don't eat a plateful just because you normally have a plateful. You've really got to listen. Be consistent, like Keyful, and listen to your body, because after about the first 3 or 4 days, you will begin to feel full from all the fats, okay? And then you'll begin over time to just cut back. If you're overweight, you can't go from being overweight to eating, a small meal that somebody with a small appetite eats. Keto provides the way that you cut down as you go over and your body changes from the inside out. So now if I make a big plateful, I know I won't eat it. Even if I'm breaking my fast, I won't eat it. So I make less food, and my body is becoming more efficient with the fuel that I give it. And that's what ketogenics is good for. It will change your body from the inside out by eating all this fresh, good food. Key 5, for the first couple of weeks, make fat bombs to transition off the sugar. You can get a gazillion, heaps and heaps of fat bomb recipes on Google. Just make the simplest one you can, and you'll be right. And eat them when you have a sugar craving. And you will, because the sugar is like worse than a cocaine addiction to your brain, and you'll notice when your brain kicks in and you crave more sugar if you've eaten sugar. Don't try and change your way of eating and keep the old one as well. So transition as quickly as possible. Work with your mind to be okay eating healthy fats. It did take me a while I was really, really worried that I would not lose weight, okay? I was so worried that eating this way, one, was going to put weight on me. I mean, goodness, we've been told for 30 years that don't eat fats, don't eat, and I eat cheese every single day, which amazes me because I was lactose intolerant, and now I'm not. I eat cheese all day. Like, no, not all day. I just eat cheese every day with every meal. And it doesn't affect me. And quite the opposite's happened in the 3 months, is that if I eat any carbs, my body processes out of me. So in the space of 3 months, there's been considerable change on the inside as well. And key 7, when you change over, is to make sure that you exercise. And it doesn't matter if you haven't exercised. What matters is the consistency. So it doesn't matter how long. Get a YouTube video, do 5 minutes of gentle warm-ups and start from there. But just be consistent. Do something every day, well, from Monday to Friday. If you did 5 minutes every day, Monday to Friday, and had the weekend off, and you're only doing 5 minutes a day, then you're worth it. Okay, your health is worth it, and so much more. Okay, I have had incredible changes, and I'll do another video about that later. So I just wanted to encourage you that if you find something that works, something that's sustainable for the rest of your life, it can and will change your life. Okay, blessings and dreams. Yeah.